Welcome to our deep dive, everyone, into the world of Revit.
Yeah.
You're probably here because you're ready to move beyond 2D drafting
Right.
and step into the future of design with BIM,
Exactly.
building information modeling.
It's the future.
It is the future.
It's already here.
And you've come to the right place.
Absolutely. What's revolutionary about BIM
Yeah.
is that it's not just pretty pictures,
Right.
It's about building a dynamic and intelligent model of your project
Yes.
where you can manage every little detail and explore different options
I love that.
and collaborate with your team seamlessly.
Seamlessly. It's like having a
It really,
digital twin
yeah,
of your building.
your digital twin.
Where every wall and window and even light
fixture.
fixture is connected and interacts with each other.
It's all connected.
Yeah. So today we're going to take you through a multi-level crash course in Revit,
That's right.
giving you the essential knowledge to get started and the confidence to tackle more complex projects.
And we're going to have some fun along the way.
Yes, we are.
We'll start with the fundamentals of the interface
Yeah.
and then jump into some really exciting features
I'm excited.
that will make you wonder,
Yes.
how did I ever design without this?
I know, right? Okay, level 1,
Level 1.
getting started.
Yeah.
Before we dive into the software,
Right.
let's clarify the difference between Revit and AutoCAD,
Sure.
which many of you are probably familiar with.
Most people start with AutoCAD.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got this handy comparison table that highlights the key distinctions.
Yeah. You can think of AutoCAD as your trusty old T-square and drafting board.
Okay.
Perfect for creating precise 2D drawings.
I like that.
But Revit's like stepping into a 3D world
Yes.
where those drawings come to life.
Okay.
And every change you make
Yeah.
is reflected across the entire model.
Okay, so that's parametric modeling.
That's right.
In AutoCAD, you're drawing lines and shapes,
Yeah.
but in Revit, you're creating intelligent objects with parameters.
Yes.
So imagine you're designing a door.
Okay.
In Revit, you don't just draw a rectangle.
Right.
You tell Revit,
You tell it what you want.
I need a door
Yeah.
that's 3 feet wide,
Exactly.
7 feet tall,
Uh-huh.
and made of oak.
Right.
Change any of those parameters,
Yeah.
and the door updates instantly.
It's that simple.
That's amazing. And that's just for a single door.
Right.
Imagine the time you'll save when you have to adjust dozens of windows or modify entire walls.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer, especially for complex projects.
Huge time saver.
Yeah.
And because everything's interconnected,
Yes.
you're not just changing the appearance of the door.
Right.
You're also updating its properties in schedules,
Okay.
material takeoffs,
Wow.
even construction documents.
It's all linked.
It's all linked together.
Now let's get you familiar with the Revit interface. It might seem a bit daunting at first,
It can be a little intimidating.
but once you understand the basic layout, it becomes incredibly intuitive.
It's very intuitive.
Think of it like the cockpit of a spaceship.
Okay.
But instead of piloting a spacecraft,
Right.
you're navigating the world of building design.
I like that analogy.
You've got your ribbon,
Okay.
which is like your mission control panel.
Your command center.
It's organized with tabs for different tasks like
Wow.
architecture, structure,
And
system of...
all the different disciplines.
and so on.
And then you have the properties panel.
Properties panel.
This is where you fine-tune the specifics of any element you select
Okay.
in your model.
Got it.
Want to change the color of a wall,
Okay.
adjust the height of a window,
Yeah.
swap out a material,
Uh-huh.
maybe for a different type of wood.
Okay.
The properties panel is your command center for all those modifications.
Awesome. Don't forget the project browser.
Ah, yes, the project browser.
Think of this as your map
Your roadmap.
of the entire project.
That's a good way to put it.
It's where you navigate through different views,
Yeah.
manage families of components, and organize sheets for printing.
Keeps everything nice and organized.
And when you're working on large, complex projects,
Yeah.
this becomes an invaluable tool for keeping everything organized and accessible.
Absolutely. And of course, you need to know how to move around in your 3D model.
Right.
This is where view controls come in.
View controls.
Is zooming,
Oh.
panning,
Uh-huh.
and rotating
Mm-hmm.
your view
Yes.
are essential for understanding the design from every angle.
I like that.
Revit offers several ways to do this,
Okay.
including using your mouse wheel,
Yeah.
the view cube,
Okay.
and even keyboard shortcuts.
Speaking of shortcuts,
Oh, yeah,
mastering a few essential ones
absolutely.
can dramatically speed up your workflow.
For sure.
So zooming in and out is as easy as scrolling your mouse wheel.
Easy peasy.
To pan, just press and hold the middle mouse button and move your mouse.
That's it?
And to orbit around your model,
Yeah.
hold down the Shift key while pressing the middle mouse button.
Nice.
And just like in any software,
Of course.
Sluder plus Z for undo and Sluder plus Y for redo will be your best friends.
Your best friends.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
That's right.
And remember, you can always undo any missteps.
Experimentation is key.
All right, you've got the interface down,
You got
and
it.
you're armed with some handy shortcuts.
Ready to go.
Now let's translate this knowledge into action.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to create your first project?
I'm excited to see what you come up with.
Let's start simple.
Okay.
A single room with walls and a floor.
Right.
It's like building the foundation
Yeah.
for a digital house.
The basics.
Head over to the Architecture tab on the ribbon,
Okay.
and you'll find the Wall tool.
The wall tool.
Revit has a vast library of pre-built wall types.
It does?
Everything from standard drywall partitions
Yeah.
to brick walls and
Yeah.
even curtain walls for facades.
That's right.
It's like a digital wall supermarket.
It is. And if you don't see the exact wall type you need,
Right.
you can always create your own custom wall types.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's one of the things that makes Revit so powerful.
for sure.
It's incredibly customizable.
It is.
So for this exercise, let's go with a simple wood-framed wall.
Right.
Select the wall type,
Right.
and then click in the drawing area to start placing your walls.
Got it.
You can click and drag to create straight walls,
Mm.
or you can use the Pick Walls tool to trace over existing lines.
Yeah.
As you draw the walls, pay attention to the temporary dimensions that pop up.
Yeah.
This will help you ensure that your room is the size you want it to be.
Right.
You can also enter specific dimensions using the keyboard.
Absolutely. And don't worry if things aren't perfectly aligned at first.
Okay.
Revit has a whole suite of modify tools,
Okay.
like the Align tool and the Trim Extend tool, that will help you make those walls snap into place.
I like that snapping into place.
It's very satisfying.
Now let's add a floor.
All right.
Head back to the Architecture tab
Okay.
and select the Floor tool.
The Floor tool.
You can choose from a variety of floor types,
Mm-hmm.
just like with walls.
Just like with walls.
And here's where things get really interesting.
Okay, what's the name?
When you click to draw the boundary of your floor,
Yeah.
Revit will automatically snap it to the walls you've already created.
It's like magic.
It's like magic.
But it's just Revit's intelligent design tools at work,
Yes.
making your life easier.
So with just a few clicks, you've created a fully enclosed room.
That's right.
Not bad for a beginner, right?
Got it all.
But don't let the simplicity fool you.
No, no, no.
We're just scratching the surface of what Revit can do.
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
And in the next level,
Okay.
we'll start adding some more architectural flair to this space.
Right.
We'll bring in doors and windows and even a roof over your head.
I can't wait.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our Revit Deep Dive.
We're back.
We've laid the foundation
Yes, we have.
with walls and a floor.
The basics.
Now it's time to add some architectural elements that
Yeah.
will really make this digital space come alive.
Let's do it.
So level 2
Level 2.
is all about bringing in those essential components that transform a simple shell into a functional and visually appealing structure.
That's right.
So let's start with doors.
Okay.
Because every room needs a way to get in and out, right?
Of course.
Head over to the Architecture tab
Right.
and select the Door tool.
The door tool.
One of the things that makes Revit so efficient is its extensive library of pre-built families.
That's right.
And doors are no exception.
No exception.
You'll find a huge variety of door types, from standard single doors to double French doors, sliding glass doors, even revolving doors.
Everything you can imagine.
It's like having a digital door showroom
It is.
at your fingertips.
You got it.
You can browse through different styles, sizes, and materials and see how they look in your model instantly.
Instantly.
And the best part is,
Tell me.
you don't have to redraw the door every time you want to try a different option.
That's right.
Just select a new door family from the library.
Okay.
And Revit will automatically update the opening in the wall to accommodate the new door's dimensions.
Yeah. It just takes care of it for you.
That's so much faster than having to manually adjust everything in a 2D drawing.
Huge time saver.
Now, to place a door,
Okay.
simply click on the wall where you want it to go.
Click in place.
Revit will automatically insert the door and cut the opening.
It's that easy.
You can then use the Move tool to fine-tune its position.
Right.
And you can use the Properties panel to adjust its swing direction.
Okay.
Or even flip it to create a mirrored version.
All right, cool.
Now let's bring in some natural light with window.
All right, let's do it.
Head back to the Architecture tab and select the Window tool.
Window tool.
Just like with doors, Revit offers a vast library of window families.
It does.
You'll find casement windows, awning windows, double-hung windows, even skylights and bay windows.
So many options.
And here's a pro tip.
Okay, I'm listening.
If you need a specific type of window that you can't find in the library, you can actually create your own custom window families.
Really?
We'll dive deeper into that in level 5.
Okay, cool.
But it's good to know that you have that level of flexibility.
That's awesome.
For now, let's choose a simple double-hung window from the library and place it in one of our walls.
Got it.
Click on the wall to insert the window.
Easy peasy.
And Revit will automatically cut the opening.
That's so smart.
You can adjust the window's height and width using the Properties panel. And you can even use the Array tool.
The Array tool.
To create multiple identical window spaced evenly along a wall.
I love the Array tool.
Imagine you're designing a storefront with a row of large display windows. The Array tool would save you a ton of time.
For sure.
And ensure that all those windows are perfectly aligned.
Precisely.
Okay, we've got walls, floor, doors, and windows.
What's next?
Now it's time to put a roof over our heads.
Literally.
Do it.
Head over to the Architecture tab. And this time select the Roof tool.
Roof tool.
Revit offers several methods for creating roofs. But for this exercise, we'll use the roof by footprint method.
Roof by footprint.
This is one of the easiest and most intuitive ways to create a basic roof.
Yeah, it's simple.
It's like tracing the outline of your building's roof on a blueprint. But in Revit, it generates a full 3D roof structure.
That's right.
Exactly.
So cool. You can use lines or rectangles to define the roof's boundary. And Revit will automatically create the roof planes, edges, overhangs.
It does it all for you.
Once you've drawn the roof's boundary, click Finish, and voila, you've got a roof.
We have a roof.
But here's where things get even more interesting.
Ooh, tell me more.
You can adjust the roof's slope, overhang, and even its material to create different architectural styles.
So many options.
Want a steep, dramatic roofline? No problem. Prefer a shallow, modern look?
Sure.
Revit can handle that too.
That's awesome.
You can even create complex roof shapes.
Wow.
With multiple plains and valleys.
Oh, cool.
Revit gives you the tools to design any type of roof imaginable.
That's incredible.
Our digital house is starting to take shape.
It's coming together.
But what's a house without a way to get to the second floor?
You need stairs.
You need stairs.
Right? That's where stairs and railings come in.
Absolutely.
These are essential elements for making a building functional and accessible.
For sure.
Let's start with stairs.
Okay.
Head over to the Architecture tab and select the Stair tool.
Stair tool.
Revit offers a variety of stair types.
It does.
From simple straight stairs to spiral staircases and even multi-story staircases.
Wow.
Once you've chosen a stair type, simply click to define the start and end points of your staircase.
Click and define.
Revit will automatically generate the stairs.
That's awesome.
With steps, risers, and stringers.
Does all the work for you.
You can then adjust the stairs width, height, and even the number of steps using the Properties panel.
Very cool.
And you can choose from a variety of railing styles to complement your stair design.
So many options.
Adding railings is super easy too.
Tell me how you just select the railing tool from the Architecture tab, choose your desired railing type, and click along the edges of your stairs to place the railings.
Click and place.
Revit automatically creates corners and transitions, ensuring that your railings flow seamlessly along the staircase.
That's great.
So we've gone from a simple room to a structure with doors, windows, a roof, and even stairs.
Our digital house is coming along nicely.
What's next on our Revit journey?
Well, in level 3, we'll start adding those interior details that really make a space feel like home.
Ooh, I like
We'll cover ceilings, lighting, and even furniture placement.
I'm excited to see how we can take this model to the next level of detail and sophistication.
It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned for level 3, where we'll transform our structural shell into a fully furnished and functional space.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the incredible world of Revit. We've built the structure, added doors and windows, even a roof and stairs. Now it's time to move to level 3, where we'll focus on the interior details that truly bring a design to life.
This is where we shift from the structural elements to the design elements, the things that create ambiance functionality and visual appeal.
First up, ceilings. They often get overlooked, but they play a huge role in defining the overall feel of a room.
Absolutely. And what's great about Revit is that it offers multiple ways to create ceilings. For simple rectangular rooms, you can use the automatic ceiling tool. It instantly generates a flat ceiling based on the room's boundaries.
That's handy. But what if you're designing a more complex space where you want to create a ceiling with unique shapes or slopes?
Revit has you covered. You can use the sketch ceiling tool to draw custom ceiling boundaries and even add slopes, curves, and reveals to create those architectural wow factors.
I love that. Imagine designing a grand ballroom with a vaulted ceiling or a modern loft with exposed beams. Revit gives you the flexibility to bring those visions to life.
Exactly. Now that we have our ceiling in place, let's talk about lighting. Lighting is crucial not just for practical reasons, but also for creating mood and highlighting architectural features.
And just like with doors and windows, Revit has a vast library of lighting fixtures to choose from, everything from simple recessed lights to elaborate chandeliers and even exterior lighting.
You can browse through different styles, sizes, and light sources to find the perfect fixtures for your project.
It's like a digital lighting store, but what if Revit's library doesn't have that perfect pendant light you've been envisioning?
No problem. That's where the power of custom families comes in. You can actually create your own lighting fixtures in Revit, or even import them from external sources, giving you almost limitless design possibilities.
That's incredible. To add a light fixture, simply select it from a library and click to place it in your model. Revit will automatically snap it to the ceiling or wall-making placement a breeze.
And you can then adjust its position rotation and even its properties like color, temperature, and intensity to achieve the desired lighting effect.
Okay, we've got ceilings and lighting. Now let's move on to the fun part, furnishing our space. This is where we can really inject personality and functionality into our design.
Revit makes furnishing a room incredibly intuitive. You can load furniture families from Revit's library or external sources, just like with lighting fixtures.
You'll find a wide range of furniture options, from sofas and chairs to beds, tables, and even appliances.
It's like having a virtual furniture catalog at your fingertips. To place furniture, simply select it from the library and click to place it in your model. You can use the move and rotate tools to arrange the furniture exactly how you want it.
And here's a pro tip. You can create groups of furniture, like a dining set or a living room arrangement, so you can move them around as a unit.
That's a great way to save time and maintain the relationships between objects. Now, to ensure that our design is communicated clearly to everyone involved in the project, we need to add annotations and dimensions.
Annotations and dimensions are essential for clear communication. Think of annotations as the notes and labels that provide context and explanation, while dimensions provide the precise measurements.
To add dimensions, simply select the Dimension tool and click on 2 points in your model to define the distance you want to measure. Revit automatically calculates the distance and displays it clearly.
You can adjust the text size and placement of dimensions, and you can even add leaders to connect dimensions to specific elements, ensuring clarity and accuracy.
Annotations work similarly. You can use text boxes to add labels, notes, or even callouts to specific details.
Our digital house is really coming together now. We've got ceilings, lighting, furniture, and clear annotations. What's next on our Revit adventure?
Level 4 is all about presentation. We'll learn how to create sheets and views to showcase our design in a professional and compelling way.
I'm excited to see how we can transform this model into a presentation-ready masterpiece.
Get ready to impress. We'll cover everything from generating floor plans and elevations to creating stunning 3D views and even photorealistic renderings.
Sounds like level 4 is going to be epic. Stay tuned as we take our Revit skills to the next level.
Let's go.
Welcome back, fellow deep divers. We've reached level 4, the stage where we shift from modeling to presenting our Revit masterpiece. Think of it as curating an exhibition to showcase all the incredible work we've done.
It's like taking our digital model, dressing it up in its finest attire, and putting it on display for the world to admire.
The first step in this process is creating sheets. Sheets are essentially the digital pages of our architectural drawings, where we'll arrange different views of our model annotations and other information.
They're the canvases upon which we'll paint a comprehensive picture of our design.
To create a sheet, go to the View tab and select Sheet. You'll be prompted to choose a title block, which is a pre-designed template that includes information like your company logo, project name, and sheet number.
Revit comes with a variety of title blocks, or you can create your own to match your company's branding.
Once you've selected a title block, Revit will create a new sheet for you. Now comes the fun part, arranging our views.
Think of it as creating a visual story that guides the viewer through our design.
We can drag and drop different views of our model onto the sheet, such as floor plans, elevations, sections, and 3D views. Each view offers a unique perspective on our design.
Floor plans provide a bird's-eye view of the layout, while elevations show the exterior facades. Sections let us peek inside the building, and 3D views offer a more immersive experience.
We can adjust the scale, visibility, and annotations of each view to ensure clarity and focus.
And we can use callouts and detail views to highlight specific areas of interest.
Now let's talk about creating those essential views that architects rely on to communicate their designs, sections, and elevations.
Sections are like taking a virtual slice through our building, revealing its internal structure and the relationships between different spaces.
To create a section, go to the View tab and select Section. Then click 2 points in your model to define the line along which Revit will cut through the building.
We can adjust the section depth and even create multiple sections to show different parts of the building.
Elevations are similar, but instead of cutting through the building, we're looking at it from the outside.
Imagine standing in front of each facade and capturing its details in a 2D drawing.
To create an elevation, go to the View tab and select Elevation. Then click to place elevation markers around your model.
These markers indicate the direction from which Revit will generate the elevation view.
We can modify the elevation settings to control the height and extent of the view, ensuring that we capture all the necessary information.
Once we've created our sections and elevations, we can drag and drop them onto our sheet alongside our floor plan and other views.
This creates a comprehensive set of drawings that tell the story of our design in a clear and concise way.
But we're not stopping there. We can take our presentation to the next level with rendering.
Rendering is like adding a touch of magic to our drawings. It's the process of generating photorealistic images from our 3D model, bringing our design to life in a way that 2D drawings simply can't match.
Imagine being able to show your client what their building will look like under different lighting conditions, with realistic materials and textures, even with landscaping and surrounding context.
To render a view, go to the View tab and select Render Revit. Offers a range of settings to control the quality, lighting, and background of our rendering.
We can choose from different rendering engines, adjust the sun settings to create realistic shadows, and even apply materials and textures from Revit's extensive library or from external sources.
And for even more advanced visualization options, we can use plugins like Enscape or Lumion.
These plugins allow us to create real-time walkthroughs of our model, apply stunning lighting effects, and even populate our scenes with people and objects, creating a truly immersive experience.
So we've gone from creating simple lines and shapes to generating photorealistic images that look like photographs.
It's amazing to see how far we've come in just 4 levels of our Revit deep dive.
But there's still one more level to explore, level where we'll unlock some of Revit's most powerful and flexible features.
Level 5, here we come.
Welcome back, Revit Explorers. We've reached the summit of our Revit Mountain Level 5, where we'll unlock the advanced features that truly make Revit the industry leader in BIM.
This is where things get really interesting and where you'll start to grasp the true potential of this amazing software.
First up, let's talk about phasing, a powerful tool for visualizing different stages of a construction project.
Imagine you're designing a renovation project. With phasing, you can show your client how the existing building will be demolished, how the new construction will take shape, and what the final result will look like.
All within the same Revit model. It's like having a time machine for your project.
To use phasing, go to the Manage tab and select Phases. You can create new phases, such as existing demolition and new construction.
And you can assign elements to each phase. So you might assign the existing walls to the existing phase, the new walls to the new construction phase, and the demolition debris to the demolition phase.
Then using phase filters, you can control which elements are visible in each phase.
So you could create a view that shows only the existing building, another view that shows the demolition in progress, and another view that shows the completed renovation.
It's incredibly useful for communicating design, intent, managing construction schedules, and coordinating with different teams working on the project.
Now let's dive into the world of schedules. Schedules are essentially tables that extract information from our Revit model, allowing us to quantify building components and create reports.
Think of it as a way to organize and analyze all the data embedded within our model.
For example, we could create a door schedule that lists all the doors in our project, their sizes, materials, and fire ratings.
Or a window schedule that lists all the windows, their types, and their U-values.
To create a schedule, go to the View tab and select Schedules. Then choose the category of elements you want to schedule, such as doors, windows, or walls, and select the fields you want to include in the table.
You can apply filters, sorting, and formatting to your schedules to make them easy to read and understand.
Schedules are essential for tasks like cost estimation, material takeoffs, and generating reports for code compliance.
And now for the grand finale of Level 5, we'll unlock the magic of parametric families and custom components.
This is where Revit truly shines as a BIM platform, allowing us to create intelligent objects that respond to changes in our design.
Imagine you're designing a custom window. With parametric families, you can create a window family that has parameters for its width, height, material, and even the number of panes.
By changing these parameters, you can create an infinite number of variations of the window, all without having to remodel it from scratch.
Revit comes with a vast library of pre-built families, but you can also create your own custom families to meet your specific design needs.
To create a parametric family, go to the File tab, select New, and choose Family. You'll be prompted to choose a template such as generic model, door, or window.
You can then use reference planes, dimensions, and form elements to create your family, and you can add parameters to control its various properties.
Once you've created a parametric family, you can load it into your Revit project and use it just like any other component.
It's an incredibly powerful way to streamline your workflow, create custom elements, and even share your designs with others.
So there you have it, Level 5, our Revit Deep Dive complete. We've explored some of Revit's most advanced features, and hopefully you're feeling inspired and empowered to take your Revit skills to the next level.
We've only scratched the surface of what Revit can do, but with the knowledge and tools you've gained in this deep dive, you're well on your way to becoming a Revit master.
Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Revit is constantly evolving with new features and updates being released regularly.
Embrace the challenge of continuous learning, and you'll discover endless possibilities within this amazing software.
So go forth, create, innovate, and build the future with Revit.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration into the world of architecture and design.